This week on Addicted to the Outdoors.
This is the first early season whitetail hunt Gina and I had done in about 8 years because it's so tough.
I was definitely really excited to go to Kentucky this week.
Yeah, you see the mass.
Wide and heavy.
You know, they had some really good bucks pattern on the Browning trail cams.
Good to see you, buddy. You're hopefully going down. We'll get him, baby. We'll get him. All right. There's one deer on the field out there.
Jon and I know full well how tough early season whitetail hunting can be.
Headed home, and the plan was to come back in November when we were on our road trip.
All righty, well, we got 2 days.
Ready?
Yeah.
Born and raised by a hunting family in the swamps of Florida and shooting a bow by 8 years old, Jon Brunson took to hunting early. Gina grew up fishing with her father, but it was weekend hunting trips with Jon that put big game blood under her fingernails for the first time. Even now, with raising 6 kids and running 3 companies, Jon and Gina are still a fistful of dirt couple that take life by the antlers. Sound familiar? If so, pull up a stump with the Brunsons, because they are addicted to the outdoors.
Man, what a buck.
Well, our first whitetail hunt of the year was in Kentucky. I was really excited to get back and hunt with Francis and Mike.
I was definitely really excited to go to Kentucky this week. Jon and I are returning to how we used to do things and doing a lot more hunting together this season.
And you know, we just had a lot of confidence in this place, which we need to if we're gonna go do some early season hunting.
And I always feel a little bit more comfortable when Jon's with me. So I was really looking forward to the trip this week.
So going in early season, the goal was for me and Gina to spend some time together. And ultimately, I was hoping to film Gina shoot a nice velvet buck.
Hey, what's up, bud?
How are you?
Good, man.
Good to see you.
How you doing?
Good to see you.
How are you doing? Yeah. You gonna kill another big one this year?
Hopefully.
That's the plan. Jon Brunson. How you doing?
Well, seeing as how this is the first early season whitetail hunt Gina and I had done in about 8 years because it's so tough, that really shows the level of confidence we have in Mike and Francis from Ghost Holler Whitetails. These guys, you know, just the nicest guys, really good deer guys. They run a ton of Browning trail cams. They had a lot of good pictures of bucks, had a lot of bucks pattern early season, which is nice. And you know, early season can be really tricky, but with these guys, we were really hoping to get in there and get a slam dunk.
A lot of people don't realize this is her first bow hunt in 2 years because she got that bad wreck. You know, like right now, I want to get her a buck down.
Pressure's on.
Yeah, right now it's all about just getting her a good deer down. So I know this 8 you've been sending me, he's in this field right over here. So far, he's been in there every evening.
He's consistent, and I think we can get it done. We got a good one. He's heavy.
Yeah, you see the mass.
Wide and heavy.
All righty. Well, you ready, babe?
I'm ready.
Sounds good.
Good deal. We're good. Good to see you, buddy. You're hopefully going down.
Yeah.
So this was my first actual bow hunt since my accident. So I was really looking forward to it.
Day 1, opening day in Kentucky. I wonder if he's still in velvet or not, too. That'd be cool if he's in velvet. We'll get him, baby. We'll get him. All right.
I'm just nervous.
You know, our first morning we got out there in a stand. Our confidence was high. We had a lot of trail cams with this really big 8. The setup was really nice. I mean, perfect setup for a bow hunt. And you know, we were just really hoping for that slam dunk.
Well, it's 5:30. It's starting to cool down. We got a couple hours of light. Yeah, even though he's coming out at 7, you know, my guess is there's other deer, you know, does, younger bucks, whatever, that'll probably be out sooner.
Especially with it cooling down.
I I'm thinking 6-ish we can hopefully start seeing deer. You know, they're saying he's in around 7, so just keep our eyes peeled, baby.
You know, it's hard to get your hopes up in early season because so many things change. You know, and that's really what the case was. You know, we got out there that first morning, we hunted, we saw some deer, we didn't see the shooter. You know, it was hot, it was a full moon. Those are just things you can't control. I mean, you know, obviously you want to be out there for opening day to try to get that velvet buck. That early season opening day is what's so crucial in trying to catch them off guard.
You know, we might not have gotten that big 8 down yet, but after getting back to camp, we saw that one of the other guys had taken a nice velvet buck.
Nice velvet buck, huh?
Yep.
Your first velvet?
Absolutely.
Sweet, man.
Came to do what I came to do, brother.
Shoot, man. Congratulations, buddy.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
It's always nice to see a velvet buck up close.
Okay, so tonight, evening 2, Key and I try and get her one down. Yep. Okay. All right, so tonight's alfalfa field. Similar last night will be kind of just in the wood line.
Just in the woods line.
Just off the field.
Alfalfa field.
Okay.
You should have a good field view.
It looked like, according to, I mean, looking at all the Browning stuff with you, it looked like they're in there mingling around right in there pretty good.
Yeah. You're liable to have a whole party there.
Oh, party.
That's
right. We'll see if we can't crash their party. eliminate one or two of them.
Yeah. Well, I hope you do.
I like this spot. I like the setup. It's comfortable. I got big time.
He's been feeding nothing but big time. So, I mean, all these pictures of deer and all these bucks, got a lot of good bucks. I mean, you see him flipping through pictures. I mean, there's a lot of shooters and there's a few, you know, really good bucks. But
A lot of old bucks in this.
yeah, and they're all coming to the big time. We'll just dig in, see what happens. Hey, maybe we'll get. I'd be glad for you to shoot one, but maybe we'll get lucky and get a double.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
As we progressed through the week, it really was, you know, the same old story. You know, we hunted a couple different stands, but, you know, even after sticking in a stand for a few days and then trying a different stand and hopping around and really, you know, getting kind of desperate towards the end of the hunt, you know, just trying to get one down, it's just, that's early season. Everyone asks, hey, John, Gina, why haven't you guys early season hunted whitetails in 8 years? Well, this is why, because you can have them on camera, you know, 2 days before you get to camp and just, you know, something happens like the acorns drop, you know, full moon. It starts getting windy. All of a sudden the temperature spikes. That early season is just so unpredictable, it just makes it tough. And that's really what happened to us. You know, we got in, everything was right, the guys did their work, they had good pictures of bucks, everything was perfect other than Mother Nature. You know, that temperature spiked, it was a full moon, that wind picked up, and it just shuts them down. You know, in that situation, you really got two options. You can dig in, suck it up, and hope for the best, and sometimes you get lucky, or come back later in the year during the rut when the weather conditions are better, the deer are rutting and are on fire, and your odds are a lot higher.
John and I know full well how tough early season whitetail hunting can be.
You know, Gina and I initially opted for option A, which was dig in and tough it out. You know, we hunted all week, we put in the time, we put up with the heat, and it just wasn't happening. So we knew somewhere in our road trip, we could probably swing back in for a couple of days, and this time it'd be with a rifle. And we were really excited about getting back and hunting with these guys. You know, last year I shot my second drop time buck ever, and it was the first with my bow. So, you know, we just had a lot of confidence in this place. So I'm sitting here watching this buck. He's nice and relaxed. I'm getting some good footage of him. I decided to go ahead and draw down on him. And man, he turns, gives me the perfect shot.
Look at
Jesus!
drop. Look, it's my second true drop. Look, drop.
What? Look at this.
Look, he's got the drop here. Look at that. It's like a
Yeah,
sword.
it's
See the
crazy.
blade with the sword? It's like
That's a
splits
crazy
off.
looking deer.
Got split eye guard.
That's an awesome buck.
She whacked him.
Schwacker.
41 yards. He did a backflip somersault.
Well, once Gina and I were on our road trip in November, we carved out 2 days that we knew we could swing back through Kentucky. We knew we had 2 days to get it done, and whether we shot a deer or not, we had to get on to our next destination. So when we got in that night, it was pretty late. You know, we gave Francis a call that his camp was full. He had made arrangements for us to stay with a friend of his in town. He told us that there was a really big buck on this alfalfa field that they had been watching every night. So based on everything Francis was telling me, you know, our confidence was really high, and we felt like we had a really good shot at getting Gina a big old buck down.
Alrighty, well, we got 2 days in Kentucky. We got the rifle, so you know, hopefully we can get it done. You know, so we got a couple of does and a buck. I think he's a shooter down here below us. He's hard. I just keep getting glimpses of him with my binos, my Eskimos. I just saw like one side of his rag. It looked like a big den between here and the bottom. He's been putting big tine out down there, so. Yeah, hopefully they'll roll up and hit some of that big tine. If they do, we got a shot right there. The fact that we're seeing deer down in the bottom, probably a shooter already first thing this morning. I mean, it's a good sign. We'll just dig in, see if we can get one down. We got today and tomorrow, then tomorrow night we got a boogie to Indiana, so.
We're just gonna see some.
Yeah. All right, well, let's dig in. If you see anything, let me know. I'll keep an eye on this bottom down here. Bucks will be cruising bucks, especially later in the day. Really any time we got does out in the field, so the bucks will cruise in that wood line, just looking out here on the field.
Camped out on this field all day long and did everything right, you know. That afternoon, deer started popping out in the field, and sure enough, on cue, I mean, pretty much the same time they say he was coming out every night, we look across the field and here's this big old buck. I mean, he is beautiful. He comes out right out in the middle of the field. We got great light for the camera. I mean, it's absolutely perfect. I mean, we're sitting here thinking, you gotta be kidding me. You know, we come in here, we sit one day, we got a big old buck in front of us. Man, we're gonna slam this buck and get on the road, and it's gonna be a great start to our road trip. Gina lines up, I'm running camera, everything's perfect. We range the deer, she dials it in, everything just feels great.
Ready?
Yep. Squeeze easy. Stop. It was way low.
It felt good. He's staring at us.
Okay.
Boom, she squeezes the trigger, and oh, what happened?
I had no clue what went wrong.
I knew something was wrong. I knew something was off with the gun. Everything's perfect. We range the deer, she dials it in, everything just feels great.
Ready?
Yep. Squeeze easy. Stop. It was way low.
It felt good. He's staring at us.
Okay.
You know, it's dead in line with the deer, but it is way short. So at that point, I knew something was wrong.
Well, right after the shot, John was saying that something definitely was off with the scope.
Okay.
All right, hold on.
My shot, I felt.
Just, it's the gun. I'm telling you.
Yeah, because I felt like I was completely steady.
We gotta go shoot this gun. It felt good?
Yeah, it felt good.
All right, you don't know what happened. He hung out for a while and then he went in. So let's just sit tight.
So after that shot, you know, we actually watched the deer. That's the nice thing about shooting fully suppressed. He finally settles down, and basically, you know, we sit and watch this buck walk around the field till dark.
But sitting there knowing our gun was way off, there was nothing we could do.
So the plan was to get up the next morning at first light, get out there and shoot the gun and see what was going on. There was something definitely off with the gun, and we needed to get it straightened out before we got back in the woods.
Where did it hit?
About 6 feet in front of the target.
Are you kidding me? I knew it, man.
After getting out there and shooting the gun, I knew what had happened. You know, over the years of doing this for a living, there's definitely been times where we feel like someone has messed with our equipment at the airport. It's really hard to be completely certain. In this case, there was no doubt.
All right, let's see if we can get her on paper.
You're on it with paper now.
I'm on paper, but I had to turn this thing almost 1.5 full rotations. I had to take it out to past 1,000 yards to get it on paper at 50.
So obviously someone messed with this gun. The reason that we didn't catch it ultimately is because we didn't shoot the gun. But whoever did this, they're smart. You know, they didn't just turn the turret, because with that Husky model, you would know it. You would take your cap off and you would know, hey, it's not zeroed on 2. Why am I sitting over here on 8 or 9? You would know. But it's not hard, and it doesn't take a lot of gun knowledge for someone to know. All you have to do is turn your turret, loosen your screw, lift it up, lift your turret up, put it back on 2 where it was, and put your cap back on. And unless you shoot that gun, you'll never know.
I'm telling you, it's these airlines, man.
Yeah.
I'm telling you. It's like people don't believe you. I mean, I knew it. I mean, as soon as she pulled the trigger, Jeannie can shoot.
Yeah.
You know, 220 yard, 230 yard shot. I mean, she'd have smoked his butt. And for her to shoot way that much in front of that deer.
Well, right there, you're 6 foot in front of the target.
I mean,
there.
it's just craziness.
You know, someone definitely did something deliberate. And the reason that I know that is because this is a rifle that a week earlier I was in Wyoming plinking targets at 600 yards. I mean, this thing's an absolute tag driver. So, you know, when we got into camp that night, we were staying at a friend of his house in a neighborhood. You know, even when we get in late at night sometimes, we'll usually go out with a flashlight and just check our guns. Of course, this is the one time we didn't.
Yeah.
We could have been done day one.
Yeah.
Could have been done day one.
First evening.
It's way off, babe. Like way off, like way off. From now on, no matter what, I don't care. I don't care. If we fly, I don't care. If we got to get out there at night with flashlights, or if we got to give up the first hour of light in the morning to check the gun, I mean, that's what we're gonna have to do, because this happens way too often. That's unbelievable, man. Unbelievable.
I think the gun's faulty. I'll just leave it with me.
Yeah.
Just go ahead.
A lot of times we kind of don't talk about this stuff on TV, but this is just, to me, it's reached a point where we know for a fact someone messed with that gun. We know exactly what they did. We know that it was intentional, and we want, you know, people that watch our show to know, look, if you are traveling with a gun or a bow, you need to check it.
Early, we got a full day. I mean, let's get ready and let's finish getting ready and go get back on that field. Okay. I mean, let's camp out and see if we can't kill them.
Well, the trip didn't go exactly how we had planned. We put a bunch of time out in the woods, and after coming back for a couple of days in the middle of our road trip, we had a perfect opportunity on a big buck that Francis and Mike had been watching for us. And it would have been a slam dunk if my scope hadn't gotten messed with.
So even though this trip didn't end the way we wanted it to, you know, you live and you learn. Gina and I had fun hunting together. It's something that we wanted to do this season. You know, after 16 years, 17 years of running around with our own camera guys, you know, we kind of looked at each other and said, hey, you know, one of the reasons we started Addicted is because we love to hunt. We love to hunt together. So getting back out there and hunting together was a lot of fun.
And I know we're coming back next season, and Francis and Mike will put us on another big buck.
You know, again, they, you know, second year in a row, they have shown us that they get it done, they work hard, and they've got good deer. And, you know, we just really can't wait to get back there next year. But I'll tell you what, next year, whether we're there with a bow next year, whether we're there with a gun next year, I'll tell you, we'll be checking our weapons before we hit the woods.